Good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you are enjoying this beautiful Tuesday. My name is Shalonda Griffin, and I'm a Community Relations Coordinator here at Gifts of Life Michigan, where we honor life through donation. And I'm also part of our public education team, and I'd like to welcome you to Let's Talk All of Us. Now, our All of Us program is a student focused program that discusses why donation is important, transplantable organs and tissues in the donation process, as well as the Michigan Organ Donor Registry. Now, if you tune back way back in September, you may remember us discussing our award winning All of Us program with a local educator and a tissue recipient. And this teacher shared why she brought the program to her students and why she enjoyed it. She really reiterated why she thought it was an important program and important information to share with her students. Well, we've made some changes since last year. Key to Finesse, which is a student led nonprofit, they raised $75,000 for the Gifts of Life Foundation. I am still just flabbergasted whenever I say that number. And that money has allowed us to make some major upgrades to our program. Now, we are forever grateful and thankful to Key to Finesse for all that they've done for us. And we have poured that money back into our youth outreach, into our All of Us program. And to discuss that, I'm joined by two of my colleagues, Tanisha Carswell and Allison Gillum. Hi, ladies.
Hey,
Hello.
Shalonda. Hey, Tanisha.
Hello, ladies.
Hey. Now, before we get started, I should say that we do love questions and comments. So if you have any, please let us know. And we would especially love to have you like and share this video, but especially if you know any high school students or teachers or administrators, please, please, please let them know about this awesome program that's available to them for free. Free 99, guys. You cannot beat that at all, especially in this time of inflation. We're not charging you a dime. So Allison, Tanisha, once again, thank you so much for being here. Always lovely to see your faces. So, the All of Us program is 4 years old. And the first big change we made to this program was in 2020. I'm sure you guys may remember this thing called COVID. The pandemic struck, and we no longer could go in person to educate students. So, we changed our in person presentation to a virtual presentation. Tell us a little bit about that change that we made. Let's start with you, Allison.
Yeah, so 2020, how could any of us forget? So we had to quickly adapt and come up with a way to continue to educate students, right? With this was this important information we have to share about organ and tissue donation. And we got creative, right? So we kind of dreamt up like how can we reimagine our current education program in the virtual world and kind of make something for everybody. And so we did a number of things. The three of us got together and we created a fun video that teachers could show in the classroom. We created some self-guided lessons online, and we also offered our presentations live via Zoom, Google Meet, what have you. And we got great feedback from teachers who, not every teacher was looking for the same thing, and teachers, God bless them, were really trying to navigate the pandemic themselves, and so we were just trying to be flexible and work with them and provide them the resources they kind of were looking for to engage their students on donation. When there was really little out there at the time that was being offered to them outside of just the regular classroom instruction they were giving. So I think we have a clip maybe of the video that we created that we can share. And again, I know, and maybe you're going to mention this too, all of these resources are available through our website. You can go to our website and fill out a form to get these resources. But I don't know if Tanisha has some stuff she wants to add about that, or if we'll just
So we were able to go out and create some amazing things that I really think caught the attention of the students as well as the teachers. I know personally, whenever I go out or whenever I was doing a presentation in the middle of COVID, the teachers and the students re always stated how they learned new things and stuff that they had no idea went on, and just the truth about organ and tissue donation.
Mhm.
Um, and
Yeah. Now we do have a clip, but before we show that clip, I got so excited that I forgot to ask you two a question. Allison and Tanisha, tell us your titles. Who are you? Who are you?
Go ahead, Tanisha.
So I'll go first. I am Tanisha Carswell, the Community Relations Coordinator with Gift of Life Michigan, MOTEP, and I am in the Metro Detroit area. I have a huge concentration in public education and community education, which means I go out everywhere. So make sure you go on our website and fill out the form so that we can come out there. But I go absolutely everywhere to come out and educate you, your students, and the community about organ and tissue donation.
Lovely. How about you, Allison?
My story sounds a little bit the same. I'm the Senior Community Relations Coordinator here at Gift of Life, and I am in Grand Rapids. I represent the West Side, which is also the best side. And since we're talking about schools today, it's been a minute, but I am a proud graduate of Grand Rapids Christian High School. I'm an Eagle. So shout out to the Grand Rapids Christian High School Eagles, trying to get in there to do a presentation one of these days. But I also do general community outreach, some media relations, public relations, but again, huge focus on the youth education program that we have. It's hands down my favorite part of the job, getting to go into the schools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, colleges to work with youth about donation. Love it.
Yes, and I will also add that once again, I am Shalonda Griffin, and I'm the Community Relations Coordinator in the Flint and Saginaw area. All of those things that both Tanisha and Allison talked about doing in their daily work, ditto. I do the same thing, just in a different area. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for sharing that information about yourself. So sorry that I just rolled right over that. So excited about this video. Now, as I was talking about earlier, we did put together a video in 2020, and we have a clip that we are so happy to share with you.
There are 8 transplantable organs: the lungs, liver, kidneys, heart, pancreas, and intestines. Here are a few of our friends to tell you more about each one.
My name is Kayleen, and I was born with cystic fibrosis. I was only 16 years old when I was told by doctors that I was dying and would need a life-saving transplant. In 2009, at the age of 19, I finally got the gift of life when I received my double lung transplant. I never knew what it was like to take a deep breath up until those moments. You see, even a single lung can save a life, which means one donor can be the source of 2 lung transplants. Your lungs are the main organs involved in breathing. Oxygen passes into the bloodstream through microscopic air sacs in the lungs, while waste carbon dioxide passes out of the bloodstream and into the lungs. Lungs have a preservation time of only 4 to 6 hours before they must be transplanted into a waiting transplant candidate like me. So on behalf of all recipients, thank you.
Hello, my name is Alex.
So thank you so much to Kayleen for sharing her story with us, as well as Alex and all of the other young people who are part of that video. If you would like to see that full video, both Tanisha and Allison have alluded that you can go to our website and fill out a form to receive that. If you go to golm.org/all-of-us. There is a form there where you can fill out your contact information. And not only will you receive that full video, you will also receive other electronic educational materials that go along with that video. So we would like to encourage you to do that. Once again, especially if you are an educator or an administrator, we would love to have you learn more about our program. Now, towards the end of 2021, we were able to occasionally have in-person presentations. But as we mentioned earlier, we received that amazing grant from Key to Finesse. So we started work on taking our program to the very next level. What have some of those changes been? We'll go back to you, Allison.
All right. So yes, as you mentioned, that just the fundraising that Key to Finesse did, it's amazing, and just what it has allowed us to do with this program and all the ways that we've been able to expand all of us. It's just, we're so excited about a lot of the tools and resources that we've been allowed to now purchase to really give students a hands-on learning experience. And I feel like it truly is an experience when we come into a classroom. So one of the things we're really excited about we're working right now very closely with the University of Toledo, and they provide plastinated organ specimens that have been donated for educational purposes. They provide them to other educational institutions or organizations that will use them to educate others. For educational purposes, maybe it's in our case, about organ donation, or maybe others use them to just educate about anatomy, things like that. So we're going to be able to bring out real organ specimens to the classrooms for students to examine and learn more about. One of the things we do is this program is such a great tie with like biology, anatomy, health. And I think this is one of the really unique things that we're going to be able to offer, is literally a hands-on look at some of the organs and body systems that students are learning about in the classroom. So very, very excited about that. We've also invested in different just organ models. We've got some really cool new torsos that we can bring out to teach students about anatomy and the transplantable organs and tissues. We bring out tissue specimens, and we've partnered with our friends over at Eversight. There have also been corneas that have been donated for educational purposes. And so we've been given some of those specimens to use to educate students about cornea donation. So a lot of like really unique things for students to look at, again, that hands-on experience. We're also working right now on developing some workbooks that we'll be able to go through with the students when we're in the classroom, just outside of even just the general presentation that we give, to really get them to do some group work and talk amongst themselves and learn a little bit more about organ and tissue donation. And of course, we had to make sure we bought some really fun giveaways and stuff to give out to the students when we come into the classroom. We like to leave the students with a little memento to remember of the All of Us program. And we also like to reward them for participating in our presentations. So we bought some fun new stuff. And I think Tanisha is going to show us.
Yeah, so I am. Some of the things that we send out to schools when we either send out or we go out to with the traveling trunk or the humongous trunk that we bring along with us include our All of Us brochure. And the great thing about this brochure is that it actually has youth from around Michigan who have either been a donor or a recipient. And then it also has the information about what we do in the program. It allows the students to be able to take this information home with them and give accurate information to their parents, their families, their legal guardians about the traveling trunk and what organ and tissue donation is. And then we have stories of hope on the back, because we want to make sure that our students are able to relate to the stories that we are teaching them about, or to the people that we are teaching them about. So it has some stories of hope on the back as well. And this is just one of the exciting things that we have. We also have tissue samples. So these tissue samples will be used, not these, but these tissue samples are often used for reconstructive surgeries, dental procedures, skin grafts, wound repairs. We even have, so this is, what is this, ladies? This is
an artificial tendon.
An artificial tendon. I just couldn't think of it right then. I knew exactly what it was. But on top of that, we also talk about cornea blindness. And we have these glasses to demonstrate to the students about how a person's vision is when they are waiting for a cornea transplant. And you often get ooh or ah out of the students, or this person can't see at all, things like that. So this program, or these things that we provide, are hands-on experiences that allow the students to understand more about organ and tissue donation and why it's so important. We also have some amazing giveaways. We have the wristband that all the students love. We have the AirPod cases. Ooh. We have a nice, lovely gift of life, All of Us pen. And the students always ask for a pen. I was really shocked. Like, are we ordering another pen? and the students really like the pens. We have stickers, which are always great. We have the pop socket for the back of the phone. And for all you lovely instructors that are watching, we also have a special gift for you all, which is a nice, lovely notebook so that you can take notes while we are giving the presentation and quiz your students on it later. But we have we have plenty of giveaways, plenty of hands-on experiences for the students and everything.
Thank you for sharing those with us. I can co-sign that the students love those corneal blindness glasses. Usually the first thing they'll say is, I can't see. And then the second thing they'll say is, can I keep these? Like, I don't know why you want these, but
it's a fun little side story. I was in a classroom yesterday, and if you've probably noticed what Tanisha held up, it's half of a pair of glasses. So there was one student going around collecting them, and he was on a mission. He was in the classroom as the presentation was going on, taping them together, trying to staple them together, because he wanted like as many pairs as possible to take home with him. So it's pretty cool, right? And so then they wear them around school. I don't recommend that, right? Because you can't really see. So we try to set some guidelines, but then it gets people talking, right? Which is the whole point of this.
Yes, very true. Very true. And they also love the swag items. I always tell the students, listen, I'm not above bribing you to talk to me. And these are one of a kind items that you can't get anywhere else. Trust me, like 15 years from now, you're going to try to resell this on eBay for like $1,000. That's how special and awesome they are. And they love it.
It's amazing how a free chapstick can really get the conversation going.
That chapstick gets the conversation going every time.
Yes. Thanks for sharing those things with us, Tanisha.
You're welcome.
So I think one of the best upgrades of the program has been the traveling trunks. Now, Michigan has over 1,800 high schools. And then when you factor in middle schools, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, and just any other organization out there, that is a lot. And as much as we would love to, we can't be at every school. So tell us how the traveling trunk program helps ensure that all students, no matter where they're located here in the state, whether they are way up in Marquette or maybe down here in Adrian or here in Ann Arbor, how does the traveling trunk program ensure that they are also able to receive that education?
Yeah, so I think you put it perfectly. I think at the heart of it, it allows us to bring this program anywhere in the state. Even if, say, one of our educators can't physically be in a classroom, we will pack up a trunk with all of the fun things that we bring in. Say, normally if one of us is going to go into a classroom, we each have our own little trunks too that we bring with us, but we have one that can be shipped around the state for whoever, if it's a school, or you mentioned all the different types of youth organizations, scouting programs. If we have somebody that we don't have an educator that's within a couple of hours, it's a little bit far for us to be able to get there, we will send out a trunk with all the items we bring into a classroom. And then one of our educators can virtually present to the students. We give the teachers a guide on what it is we're sending out, how they can use the items in the trunk to give their students that hands-on education about donation and transplantation. And it's kind of like our little compromise. Like you said, Shalonda, we'd love to literally be physically in every single school and have that opportunity, but sometimes we just can't do that. So this is our version of still bringing that experience to classrooms. And this wouldn't have been possible without the monies raised by Key to Finesse. So really excited to roll that out.
Now, we have a couple quotes from a couple teachers who have brought the program to their students, and I will go ahead and read those. One of them is from a teacher over at Shelby High School, which I believe is in the west side of the state. I know Allison calls it the best side. That might be up to debate if you were to talk to me and Tanisha, but we'll let that slide. She says here, I wanted to extend my thanks once again to you and Mr. Campbell. Scott's story is incredibly powerful and will make a lasting impression on our students. The kids were really fascinated by the information you presented. In fact, today they continue to ask questions about organ and tissue donation. That is so amazing and so wonderful. I know Scott is a two-time Heart recipient who joins you on a lot of your school presentations, Allison, and shares his story of how donation saved his life.
Yes. Hey, can I just add one quick thing about that quote? So I believe we presented to that class on a Thursday, and I received that email on a Monday. So that means a whole entire weekend went by, and the students were still talking about the presentation. So
That's
that was a pretty
awesome.
proud moment right there.
I bet it should be. And then we also have a quote from a teacher from Grand Blanc High School. This is a school that I went to a few weeks ago, also with two of our public education specialists who we'll introduce in just a minute. But she said, "Thank you so much for coming in today. You were amazing and so impactful for my students. I really appreciate it again. You are making a difference and saving lives." And it was a pleasure to be in her classroom. We were actually in her classroom. Like I said, we were there last month, but we were actually there at the end of 2021 as well. Actually, just after Thanksgiving break, she had us come in. So not only did she want to share this information with her students from the previous what is the word I'm thinking of? The previous semester, she also wanted to share it with her students in this current semester. So I'm just really glad and happy and thankful that teachers are enjoying this program, and so are the students. So that is fantastic.
Oh, one other thing. And every once in a while we get lovely cards like this. I just got this one. Oh, I don't know if I'm holding it up right. This came in the mail to me this week from some students at a school that I presented to earlier. And just, I know we can't read it all, but just lots of notes of thanks. I learned so much. Thanks for taking the time. It was great. So many things I didn't realize. And I think even one student said they were inspired to go into nursing or something in healthcare because of what they learned. So there you go.
Oh, that's great. That's really, really great.
I really think the students really love the presentation. I think maybe 2 weeks ago, I had a teacher tell me that some of her students just don't participate when they come to school sometimes. And when we came in and we were doing the presentation, they were participating. And she was really excited to see them participate in something because they don't normally participate. So these students are definitely being educated. They appreciate the new information that they're receiving. And don't let your students miss out on this educational program.
No, I agree. Don't let your students miss out. Once again, you can always go to our website, golm.org/all-of-us, and request to have a speaker. I know Allison, Tanisha, and myself would love to meet face-to-face with both your students and with you as an educator and talk to them about organ and tissue donation. It is a fun time, and generally it is the highlight of our week. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say it's our favorite part of our job. Now, as we mentioned, there's a lot of schools out there. So even with the traveling trunks, we still need some help. So there are two new people on the public education team, and I'd like to welcome public education specialists Amy Bacon and Crystal Rivas. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
How are we doing today?
Fantastic.
Good. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you both for being here today. And I'd also like to thank both of you for being part of our team. On behalf of Allison and Tanisha and myself, I would like to give you a huge welcome. We are so excited to have you on board, and you two have just been a joy to work with these past few months. Now, neither of you are strangers to public education. So can you tell us a little bit about yourselves? You want to kick that off, Amy?
Yes. Again, my name is Amy, and I am one of the newest public education specialists here at the Gift of Life. And I have an extensive background in health education. And I actually started volunteering for the Gift of Life back in 2015 and was enamored by all the wonderful things that the Gift of Life does. I'm a heart transplant recipient myself, so I too know the importance of organ donation. So I am just happy to be part of this wonderful team, and I am looking forward to seeing where this new All of Us program is going to take us.
How about you, Crystal?
Again, my name is Crystal. I've been working in public health for about 2 years now. I was previously doing direct community work and outreach in the Southwest Detroit area. when I realized that organ donation was not talked about very much. However, it was affecting many families in the community, and it's such an important topic, and it's crucial that people are receiving the correct information, having their questions answered and all of their doubts answered, is so important in this situation. And so that's why I'm so excited to be doing this work and, doing it along you guys, that you guys have all been so amazing in the past 2 months that I've been here so far.
You're great for our self-esteem, Crystal. Thank you so much for saying that. And once again, welcome to both of you. We're so happy to have you on board. Now, Tanisha, Allison, and I have spent a lot of time with this program, but the two of you bring a new set of eyes. Now, you've both been here about 2 months. So tell us your thoughts about the All of Us program.
My thoughts about the All of Us program, I think that it is such an important endeavor to plant the seed about organ donation. As we're presenting in the classrooms, oftentimes the students are going to go home and they're going to tell their grandparents or their parents or their aunts and uncles and peers what they learned. And so the information that we're providing, coupled with all the wonderful swag gifts we send them with, that will definitely generate a much needed conversation about what organ donation is, why it's so important, and the people that it can impact. We have been very well received at the different schools that I've been a part of, in shadowing Tanisha, Allison, and Shalonda, and being able to now present myself. I think that this is a wonderful program, and I cannot stress the importance of us getting out there and planting the seed for organ and tissue donations.
Wonderful. How about you, Crystal? What are your thoughts?
I absolutely love the All of Us program. Not only am I now able to teach this information, but I actually learned most of the information from the All of Us program myself coming into Gift of Life, which is amazing because this program works for students and people of all ages. It's very easy to understand the information that comes in this presentation. The teachers are able to do this if they would like to. Of course, we love coming into the classrooms and having the opportunity to talk to the students, pass out, again, the awesome giveaways, and also be able to open up a new opportunity for the students to think about in a career choice. So organ donation and transplantation has so many different things that these students can go into. These high school students that are thinking about going to college, going into the medical field. Sometimes you're just not aware of what all is out there. And this gives us an opportunity to show them a whole nother world, which is also just wonderful.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you mentioned that because I do think that's a really great part of the program. I had a student tell me just the other week, I'd never knew what a nephrologist was. I just learned something new and they thought it was cool. So now that seed has been planted, maybe that's something they may go into in the future. So I do love that it's kind of twofold as to what we're bringing them, not just information about organ and tissue donation, but it could also help them with their future career goals. So that's really great. Now, as Amy, as you mentioned, you both are still job shadowing as part of your orientation, but you've also both have had opportunities to present. So how do the students respond to the presentations?
For me, I think that they are very receptive. I find that they've been in awe when they learn certain aspects about the donor donation process, especially when we're talking about how long an organ can stay out of a human body before it is used. And it's interesting how they guess and they think that maybe 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes. And so I love the open question and open answer form. So it allows us to converse and ask questions back and forth. And I think that the students are so excited. The classes that we target are health and fitness. And so it goes in correlation to what they're learning. And so they're not coming into it with fresh eyes necessarily. They already have a background. And so this just couples what they've already learned. And so it's a wonderful program. And the students, they're very receptive. They enjoy the presentations a lot.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that, Amy. What has your experience been, Crystal?
Shadowing everyone on the team has been absolutely amazing. I've learned some really cool tips and tricks from everybody. And so now I'm ready to go out and put them to good use. The students have been super great during the presentations that I have done so far. They're very engaged, and many of them are very well prepared with questions and testimonies to share with us, which I absolutely love to hear people's stories. And you get to know the kids get to know each other during this time. You don't know certain things about your classmates sometimes that they share in these times. And so we feel very honored that the kids are so open and willing to share their experiences and to ask questions. And so far, I think the kids have really been enjoying the All of Us program.
That's great. I've been able to watch both of you present, and you both are doing an amazing job. And you've only been here for about 2 months, and I am excited to see where both of you go as time goes on. So once again, just welcome to the team, and we are so excited to have you both here. Now we have some photos, but before we get to the photos, I want to ask one more question. Now, Allison, you are the queen of data, and I believe you have some numbers for us. Can you tell us about how many presentations we've done within the past couple years?
Yeah, for sure. I do love data and numbers, so I guess that makes me a little bit nerdy, but that's okay. We started doing this presentation in a few schools in 2017, and we've slowly been growing it year after year. And last year, 2021, we're still kind of coming out of the pandemic. Things weren't quite back to normal, but we were getting into more schools certainly than in 2020. So just to kind of give an example, last year we had, it was just you and me and Tanisha. So there were the 3 educators, and we were in about 106 schools in Michigan last year. We did about 212 presentations. And that was in all of 2021. So when you kind of fast forward to this year, things are definitely opening up more, than they have been the past few years. We're getting out physically into more schools. So far this year, just this semester alone, since January, we've been in 46 schools already statewide, and we've done just shy of 300 presentations. I think we've done about 298 presentations. Yeah. So we're growing this program, and man, when Crystal and Amy get out there, just wait, we're gonna have to do a report out like the end of this year, so we can update you all on how we're just practically in every school in Michigan. So we're excited. But I mean, like you said, like you were saying earlier, Shalonda, if we're gonna, really get out there, it's so important that we have our awesome team of educators that we have now. So I'm excited that it's the 5 of us, and hopefully we can come to a school near you sometime soon.
Yes, I agree very much so. Along with the 5 of us, we also have an army of amazing volunteers who share their stories and really bring the experience home to the students. We have a couple photos here. We have a picture of Connie Ayers on the right here. She is a donor mom, and she's sharing her experience of her daughter being a donor. Is that Dale? Am I correct? I can't really see.
Yep, that's Dale Latva, Mr. Latva from West Michigan.
Okay, and he is a liver recipient. So he's there sharing his story of being a recipient with the students. We also have another photo. We have Scott Campbell. Scott Campbell joins you a lot, Allison, and he is a 2-time heart transplant recipient. And he looks like he's also here with a teacher and 2 new friends, it looks like Scott and the teacher made as well. And then this is Chris Kowalski. I think it is great that we have this photo from Chris. We also have a comment from him as well. He says, you are all awesome. The awareness that is being provided is a necessary need that exists. Organ donation always carried a strange mystique. Clarifying this is fantastic, and I'm proud to help out too. Chris, we appreciate you. We thank you so much for helping out. Chris, I believe, is a heart recipient. We would like to say we are very happy that you have received a new heart and that you're doing awesome and also sharing your story with the students. You are also making a difference, and we're so glad to have you on board. Now, you may have heard me refer to All of Us as an award winning program several times throughout this presentation. And this is because last year, Donate Life America awarded the All of Us program a Pinnacle Award for Best Multicultural Outreach Program in the nation. So, not only is All of Us loved by your local educators here in the state, it is also loved by our colleagues across the nation. Listen, you guys, when I tell you this program is awesome, I'm not exaggerating. It is amazing. And I promise you that you do not want to be left out. So if you have not brought this program to your students, I would highly, highly encourage you to do so. It is free. We will show up with bells on and we will pass out lovely swag items to your students. We will make sure that you get a beautiful notebook, but most importantly, we will be sharing life-saving information about organ, eye, and tissue donation. So if you would like to have us come out to your school, once again, please go to our website, golm.org/all-of-us, to request a speaker. You can also request a traveling trunk that way, or if you would like to have the virtual option, that is available as well. All right. Well, I am so thankful for you all being here today. Thank you so very much for joining me and talking about the All of Us program. To the viewers, thank you so much for being here with us as well. If you have any questions about organ and tissue donation, or if you're interested in becoming a registered organ donor, you can do so by going to our website at golm.org. I hope that you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. My laptop is telling me that it is 80 and sunny. So hopefully you are outside, maybe sipping on some lemonade and soaking in all the sunshine. So until next time, have a great day and we shall see you soon. Bye, everyone.